Okay, hello, Attila16, and this is another episode of my Roman campaign at Legendary. So we'll be starting this battle, with the Battle of Istros, or something like that, which we ended the last episode with. So we'll be fighting a bunch of Germans. Yeah, that's the time of the day. Dry season. I have a pretty standard legion made of Evocati cohort and Legionnaire cohort, some Velites, and a couple of Legionary cavalry. The enemy has a lot of artillery, which might be a pain at some point, so I will have to be careful about that. Attila16, and this is another episode of my Roman campaign at Legendary. So and okay, so battle, what can I do with all this? Istros, or something like that, which we ended. Just mute my own video this way you get to hear it much better. Hey, Mirko, how it's going? Okay, so let's get on with this and let's defeat the enemy. So I'll deploy my formation with the Legionnaire cohort in front. I will put my Evocati cohort on the back. I will put my Velites in support in the rear. I will keep my cavalry in the back, ready to be deployed perhaps on the flank like this to counter any potential enemy cavalry attack. And I will group all this in one group, and I will move everybody up there so that take care of everything pretty quickly. If we look a little better at the enemy, these are skirmishers, swordsmen, more swordsmen, cavalry, and the main danger is probably those guys, which will likely affect my cavalry a little. There seem to be some reinforcements coming from perhaps that direction. I briefly saw a flag there, I'm not sure though. But I think what I'll do is I will send my cavalry to attack those catapult, well, not catapult, but scorpion. I really want to get rid of those, because even though they are a pretty small unit, they can still be quite a danger. Yeah, I'd seen that right here. There's a horse moving without cavalry on it. I will intercept these guys, because now the two armies are trying to group up together. So I will try to intercept them with my own cavalry. These are noble horse, but they're not numerous, so that should be fairly easy for my auxilia to get rid of them. While here, I'm still, I need to find an opening to engage those artillery units. And my legionnaires are starting to be close to the fight. What are these? Celtic light cavalry. We'll engage those guys. Now let's order my troops forward so that they engage into the fight the enemy. Way that my auxilia won't be all alone fighting hordes of barbarian. Actually, these are no longer auxilia. They are legionary cavalry. Very tiny units here. Not much of a challenge for my troops. Here I'm harassing the enemy cavalry or troops. Yeah, that was a bad move here. And I wasted my cavalry. But anyway, it's my legion which will do all the work now. probably should not engage my velites in there. And it seems that many of the enemy troops are just chasing down my legionnaires. My cavalry. I will regroup my cavalry here. And I will actually make them charge those skirmisher over here. I will take position of this legion to perhaps try to engage the enemy in the back. While here I have a couple of legionnaires which are not fighting yet, so I will try to do something about that. Yeah, the Scorpion are clearly one of the deadliest units that the Barbarian have. It's crazy the amount of troops that they can kill if they actually hit something. Okay, now let's try to kill the enemy general. I suppose that I should as well order my velites to prioritize killing the enemy general unit. Here there's their skirmisher are routing. We'll order these troops to move in the back of the enemy army. Seems that most of the enemy are now routing. And my velites are pressing very well the enemy in there. Let's charge these skirmishers. So javeliner essentially. I will charge these guys and get rid of them. Here I'm really in the back of the enemy army, but they seem to be attacking my velites in the back here. I will shift the focus of those velites toward there and send my available legionnaires here fight the enemy reinforcements. I think the main body of the army, the enemy army, has been defeated. There's only legionnaires remaining here. So I guess now it's a global panic, and this is a victory. It was a pretty good battle, even though it was kind of easy. I did waste a little my cavalry there, but I did kill 2,000 of them and lost 577. So that went well. Let's occupy the place. So hopefully that resolved the situation for that faction. Now let's take a look at the situation globally. You have a lot of territory around here. I'm getting in position to start a war against the Giana. So I have 2 legions which are deployed near their towns here. One here and one here. Only that town over here which is not a direct, well, it's not directly threatened by my legions. Now I'm probably going to start a war in the German region just to finally liberate my legions from those places so that they can come and continue the conquest of the east, especially this Seleucid Empire over here. In Britain, I have a legion which is about to invade over there. We'll complete my conquest of Britain. It seems that this will have to wait for next turn. And I will just verify that my different towns are developed and happy. Which seems to be the case so far, even though these are fairly new conquests. So let's see. Shrine of Mars. We'll develop a little town center in case that there's more random armies around the place, which can be a danger for me.
Ready for
Here I was thinking about starting a war with those guys, but they are a little more spread out than I thought. They extend their empire all the way around here. So starting a war here will have impact on my my conquest in this region here. So I might as well attack those guys by the coast here. That will allow me to get in good position to start a war against the Seleucid Empire. And that will be good. But first of all, let's see if I can actually start a war against those elephant guy. They seem to be in good position to do so. So I guess I'll do it. Oh, they seem to be allies with the Seleucid Empire, so let's find an enemy they have. About that, there should be no shortage of enemy. Okay, these guys. They are enemy with a lot of people. I guess guys, they're dead nearly. I guess I will ask those guys if I can join a war against the other faction. This way it allows me to simply start a war with that faction specifically. So let's see if they accept. Yes, they do. Hopefully the Seleucid Empire will not come in there, join their client state probably. Let's conquer that place. By doing the move I'm doing, it allows me to conquer many towns without necessarily fighting their armies. I think most of their armies are probably in boats somewhere. Okay, there's quite a balance of power here. I will have to attack that personally probably next turn. So I will just build some siege equipment. And how about here? Ready for battle. Let them cower before Rome. Okay, that should be an easy picking. Capturing that town. That's mine. Will dismantle everything they built. Will allow me to rebuild temples of my own culture. How about here? Pretty good, I can capture this without doing the battle myself. Waiting for more orders. Of that allows me to get a military tradition. I think that legion is actually pretty new. We hunger for battle. Okay, that region is happy or not? Are they happy enough? Yes, they are happy enough, so I can move this legion to deal with the rebels from that region, which are a constant threat for that town here. I want to get rid of them as fast as possible. Here, I might as well try to get rid of the different barbarian armies around the place. Like this. So that will be useful because this way they won't harass my troops or raid the area. Okay, what can I do up there? Okay, I cannot attack from there yet. See you later, Drake and Fable. Let's see. What can I do here? Hello, Fetzen. I wonder if I should start my war now. Hope that doesn't make the game crash. Nope. Oh, that's perfect. None will escape. I will finally take measure to secure Germany. And when that place will be secure, I will finally be able to send all those legion to the east, where they will be able to conquer everything much faster. And destroy all the cultural stuff they built and replace it with my own. I move this legion.
We hunger for battle.
Let's move.
At ease, men. At your command.
I'm going to conquer those different provinces in Germania. And yeah, let's check again the position of everything which is going on. So I still have a battle to do here next turn. Here I have 2 legion, which I'll just keep there for now. I'm not ready or able to start a war yet. Those troops here, well, until I get these troops here to come all the way here, I won't start a war with Seleucid Empire. So I guess the next few turns will be all about securing Germania territory and also ensuring that there's proper stability. And also I have an ally here, which might be at war with the with my enemy, so they might actually end up securing some territory for me. Which I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but anyway, that ally is actually losing territory elsewhere. So what they're taking there, they're losing it to me elsewhere because of rebels. This is a legion which is all the way northeast. It's a place where I don't want to attack yet. So you guys have any proposition of strategy, or do so far I sound like I know what I'm doing? Do you want to see anything special? Okay, that's good. This faction is wasting their troops against my town because they no longer have a town, so they have no choice to attack, which is a nice feature of the AI. Instead of having to chase them all over the empire, they're just wasting themselves against me. Oh wait, that's a battle I cannot win. Where are this? Where is this? This is a rebel army made of 4 units. Triumph for losing a town. Perfect. Rebellion. Triumph. Okay. Where did I lose a town? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, that region might be a pain in the long run to secure. Still need to build temples to be able to secure it all. Will take a few turns. Can I actually... Well, I will have to go conquer this place back, which might lead this region to revolt. While here... Oh, that region is actually happy, so I can bring my troops about here.
Get moving, you wretches!
That's good.
We hunger for battle. March until your feet bleed, then march some more.
I'll just keep these guys around.
Ready for battle.
Since they're gonna go back into the town.
Victory for Rome!
Some of my ladder were built. I'm mostly facing skirmishers in there.
Let them cower before Rome!
I don't think that's a particularly interesting battle to fight for that town.
Is that all?
Well, here I will dismantle everything. Now let's see with the help of my other legion, does that make the auto battle a little more attractive? Yes, it does. The thing is that this is a battle which have a lot of fleet, and I find fleet rather annoying in a siege battle.
You have further orders?
Because all it does is slow down the rate at which those troops are coming.
At your command.
Yeah, a lot of my troops can now be upgraded. Thanks to whatever is in there, so I will... That's good. They're being upgraded in terms of armor and swords, so that's good. Armor and weapon. Oh yeah, and that army I used... it really is not fitted for a siege. Here I have Praetorian, which can kill everything, but the rest is camels. So this is an army which was designed with open a space. Actually, that army... No. Okay. With this particular army, I'll go back here.
Commander.
Go. Now let's dismantle everything here. Yeah, fine now. We'll have to wait a few turns to refill the rank of my troops there. Because the auto battle was rather punishing. I probably would have lost way less troops if I had done the battle myself.
Commander.
Yeah, I think securing Germany is really the important part right now.
Ready for battle.
And because I'm really having a couple of legions around the place here, and even some fleets, which are completely useless at the moment. It's like I have a fleet chasing down perhaps one ship. Yeah, one ship. That's a waste of resource. Now you can see here my ally is sieging that place. I need to build temples, build a farm as well.
We hunger for battle.
I guess my ally might actually do most of the job for conquering Germany. Here I will go declare war against that faction. Hope they don't have too many troops. They seem pretty armless at the moment. That's another Britannian
Ready for battle.
province under my control, which is nice. We'll dismantle everything, as usual. And I will replace that with my own culture. To go with +3 public order.
Commander.
I'll just cycle my different
Ready for orders.
legion or armies. Actually, that fleet, but this one.
Yes.
I will send it further, closer to the Seleucid Empire, because I might end up into a war with them very soon. Now this legion was about to go toward that faction. Okay, I'll just continue.
On the move.
I'm not sure it's particularly useful to still go there. But it's all about finally securing the place. Here there's an enemy army which is suffering from attrition.
Ready for orders.
I hope that they will attack me very soon, so I can get rid of them. Yeah, we'll be able to recruit gladiator in that province soon. My only issue is that I cannot create more armies. Not sure that I will bring my other armies back there. In here,
Ready for battle.
do anything about that?
Commander.
Can I do anything here? Actually, this army has a rank up, which I will give it. Let's increase the mobility, which which is very practical at this point in the campaign.
Ready for battle.
I might as well send that army up north. I will give it a rank up, and then I'll send them to support my ally here. Might lead my ally to attack the town, which I will refuse to help, and they might be defeated. That will allow me to attack the town after.
Ready for orders.
Increase the replenishment. Increase random stuff here, random stuff here. I think we're set for this turn. I don't believe I forgot anything. Now that auto battle really did cost me quite a few troops. I will have to recover from that. But I don't think that there will be much opposition. Because usually AI is so weird in what they actually attack. Okay, so either I support my ally here or I just let them die. I think I will let them die. Oh, they managed to win anyway, so.
We implore you, show your strength. Engage these foes and
This faction want me to join a war against these guys. I will accept. And the reason is that I was going to join a, well, go at war with those guys anyway, so. What I don't understand is why a faction which is all the way down there is at war with the other faction all the way up there. Well, here we'll build temples, forum, aqueduct, town center, all that stuff. I'll do the same here. Except we have a port here. Temple, aqueduct. And here I will do some research. Not too sure what to prioritize. Yes, perhaps that. I will research building stuff. Because so far I've been oriented mostly toward war. Plate building sometimes can be useful, but it's just that I don't even think that I'll reach that level of development. Okay, what is this? Oh, that's a pretty big army in reinforcements here. I think I will have to battle this. And I will capture it. On the other end, here, I might actually fight those guys. Wow. Balance of power is way too much in my favor. There's like no point of doing that battle. Anyway, they are all weakened by attrition. So that's... it's very likely a battle where I would have just routed everybody in the first 2 seconds. I thought that army would be much stronger. I just need to scan for my enemies. Seem to be all the way up there. So I will make my way all the way up there.
I don't care how tired you are.
I'll cross those hills and I'll go there. People in the region are unhappy, but that's because I just conquered the place. When they will have learned all the culture of the Roman Empire, they will accept me. The media managed to take back a town here. I don't know why or how. Wasn't mine though. So that means that they are at war with somebody else. On top of being at war with me, so and instead of attacking me, they decided to attack some other faction. No wonder this conquest has been easy so far. That region, I need to destroy this rebellion here because they are raiding the place. Hello, hello, Leo. How it's going?
You have further orders? At your
I
command.
just destroyed that rebel faction. Much of an issue. How about here? There's still those Germanic Confederation guys, which I need to chase down, kill. There we go. Damn. It's resolved. They will stop annoying me in that place. And now, assuming that this place is heavy, which is not because they have a lot of slums. But normally, I guess we're fine now. We can. This legion is now free to go help to the east. So I will start making my way there. And there's this random faction here. There's a lot of faction which have armies all over my territory, and they're not necessarily enemy. They are just there. Kinda weird.
We hunger for battle.
Here I'll switch to a normal stance.
Gathering supplies.
I'll make my way to that town all the way up north. Once I'll secure this place, we'll be fine. Need to attack those guys. It's pretty amazing how a fleet can flee further away than, even though you corner them in an area like this. Kinda weird. I wish fleet will stop fleeing and will start fighting. Even though I really don't like sea battle. Look like a big blob. So here I either wait. I think I'll do that. How about looting the place and see when they get tired of it?
At your command.
And with my army, I should probably make my way to Persepolis. Because I really need to make sure that my enemies are disappearing for good. Of course, there's potentially a couple of rebellion around the place. There's a media army right here. I guess I will just end the turn now because the goal right now is just to secure the place. Battle deployment. Let's kill those guys finally. I really think they should remove troop transport and make fleet the only thing capable of transporting your troops in this. Because many AI, what they do is they just put their army at sea. And the thing is that when you put an army at sea, they don't have attrition. So it's a good way for the AI to keep their army in good shape. But the issue is that you end up having an enemy which doesn't defend their town. They're just at sea. Or so far in this campaign, what has been weird is that they don't defend their town. They have an armies which is on the other side of the planet, literally, in terms of the map. It's kind of weird. Yeah, lots of message. Very few which are worth reading at the moment.
At your command.
Here I'm still making my way slowly toward the town all the way north. There's this army, well, this faction actually. over here, which I'm wondering what I should do about. Should I destroy them or just keep them as ally? Seem to have some trouble with revolt in their territory, which means that I might be able to grab some territory from them. So take advantage of their weakness and just grab territory from them. I think I will move closer here and hope that these rebels are strong enough to get rid of my ally presence in that town here, so that I can capture it without declaring war on my ally. Now I'll start making my way. Yeah, you guys are really spoiled. You don't realize it. So much live stream lately. And many hours each time. So I hope you appreciate that. I'm sure that those that don't follow the live stream have some catching up to do. But it's clear that they did miss quite a few amazing battles. So I'll just continue making those live stream until I end this campaign, and then I will likely perhaps make another campaign on either the Tier Game channel or Attila Gaming Network channel. I think the live stream format is interesting, especially if there's an audience which interact with me. That's what's stimulating. That's what I like about the live stream. Much more interesting than making a 1 hour long video and having only 20 comments. Even though I end up having thousands of views, best to have comments. I like interaction.
Commander.
So let's keep moving toward Persepolis. And let's hope that here the public happiness increase very fast so that I can continue my campaign against those Dragian. Yeah, Dragian. Anyway. So here. Well, I guess now it's all about putting my armies around the Seleucid Empire and be ready to invade them very soon. So I will send my troops in navies close to different targets. So I'll be able to potentially destroy the Seleucid Empire very quickly in a very few turns, which is ideal. And the fact that I do have a lot of legion will be very useful to achieve that objective. And the faster I get rid of all these Seleucid towns, the better. Well, the faster we'll achieve victory. I seem to have to deal with some rebels here, which won't be much of a challenge. They barely have any troops. Here it's all about public order. How about here? Time to go attack those guys over here. Who are these? I cannot attack them this turn. There seems to be a pretty good army here. No, actually it's only one unit. It's just that with the color of the flag it's kind of hard to see how many troops are in there. And here I'm raiding the place. Pretty well appreciate that. And we'll see how much patience the barbarian have.
I'm afraid we cannot.
I'll move another legionnaire.
Finding shelter.
So we'll likely make some red on the region. Come on, Kalum, you need to share it. So many great battles. Not keep them hidden from other people. I'll beat you at what? That's the big question. Yeah, that map is really getting unicolored. You can pick your color, look with this. Some blue here, which will ultimately disappear. Maybe. And here, all the gray part will disappear, that's for sure. And conquering that place might be annoying. And yeah, we'll get there. We'll conquer everything. Well, maybe not everything, but a good portion of it. I think this turn is over. I don't think there's anything particularly important I need to do other than moving my legion into position. And for moving them, I can take my time. There's no hurry. What is this? This is a sea battle? It's the Seleucid Empire, which is attacking this faction. I won't bother to help them. Or actually, the game crashed. Awesome. Let's simply restart this. Seleucid Empire. By the way, what you see there, that's a preference file. Very useful to go and check what you can do in there. Optimize your game. Well, I don't know if I will go for world domination if the game doesn't crash. But it's clear that I will have a military victory. I'm not sure that it's useful to conquer every single province. Anyway, I think at this point in the campaign, there's no enemies which can fight my legions. And the eastern factions seem to be mismanaging their armies quite a bit. I'll to resolve this since refusing fight to crash the game somehow. So the thing is that the eastern faction are apparently very incompetent at keeping their army in good shape. As a result of this, my legions seem to be extremely effective at beating them without much opposition. Well, I actually started this campaign with the release of the game, so it's been going on since the beginning, I guess. So yeah, that's about a month and a half, perhaps. Oh, interesting battle there. Is that a garrison? That's a garrison fight. That's unexpected, and I never saw those guys. We're having a siege. But when you look at my troops, they are much more numerous. Okay, so you're saying that we can capture artillery, which is an interesting news. Because, yeah, it's probably because my army was full that I wasn't able to. You're probably right about that. So here I have... So that will be practical. They're just attacking from that side, I think. And I have a pretty good garrison when you look at it. What did I put in that town to have that? So let's deploy my velites on the wall. My levies here as well. And the other velites will defend interior. And I think that's it. It'll be a fairly easy battle. Because I do have 2 units of legionary cohorts. Where's the general on this? It's that guy. What do you mean shield wall? Well, shield wall, I think that's actually the result of a mod. I don't think the Roman normally have that in the default game. But it's good. Even though I never use it. I shall use it in this siege for the sake of it. We'll see how good that is. Let's see what kind of bonus that gives us. Armor strength, bracing, melee defense, shield strength. So that makes them very effective at defending. But did that come with the patch or did that come with a mod? I will have to remove my close combat mod to verify. Okay, what is that? Bowman? Slingers. Swing the range. Now here those chosen sword band are receiving quite a welcome. The towers firing pretty powerful missile as well as the infantry. I mean the javeliner up there. It will not even be close, I think. Not sure I will even bother removing my troops from the wall. Anyway, these are Garrison. That's really what I don't get. Behavior of the units when the gates fall. Here they come. These might actually be good units. Chosen sword band. Chosen spear band. Mercenary spearmen. Might actually end up being a close battle because these troops are actually very strong, perhaps. So I perhaps should not be too arrogant about it. But yeah, they don't seem to be having a good time under that gate. Let's see how well my Vigil are performing. I think the mud is increasing a lot the effectiveness of that oil. As a result of this, look at that. This is quite terrible. Most of the enemy end up being completely butchered. Yeah, close combat mode is very easy. All you have to do is you download the file and you put it into your data folder of the game, and that's it. It's working. That's what I like about that mod. There's nothing else you need to do other than putting it into your data folder. And if you don't like the mod, you just remove that specific file from the folder and that's it. So this is a very light and effective mod. Makes the battle last longer. Now of course this is a siege, so it's not a good representation, but Javeliner will be shooting on my troops now. But that's a really good mod. I really like the result of the battles now. because they last longer. It's not a 5-minute fight or like a 10-minute fight. Not, of course, in the best of world, that will be a 16-minute fight. But let's enjoy what we get. Yeah, the shield wall is effective, apparently, because they did not. The AI did not manage to zerg through further than my troops there. Was kind of nice. Yeah, I recommend using this mod because I think what it does is it really make it let's say play like it should have been. It spread out the units so they're not all bunched up, so you can actually see what's going on, as opposed to have a massive blob of 2,000 men on 10 meters square. So I think this mod is really it put the games in a state where it should have been in the first place. Now, sadly, it's a mod, so everybody which go get it, but I think everybody should. I just wish that Creative Assembly would have put the game at a minimum with the same kind of battles as this mod made it. Would have been much more enjoyable. Oh, glad that you didn't miss it. There might be some pretty amazing battle to come. Example, Camel Army. You will not want to miss that. I'm not sure that this battle is winnable because the enemy has some sword noble, I think. That's the name of the unit. Noble swordsman. Yeah, okay. And these swordsmen can be very deadly. Now check this out. The AI will go from there all the way around here and all the way back here. Even though they should probably move from there and attack me. But the thing is that in this game, the AI behave always the same in Siege. Or nearly the same. And sadly, the mods did not fix that part yet. Hopefully patch 5 might improve some aspect. But we don't know what it's about yet. And this is, by the way, for those that might watch this in the future or are wondering currently, this is patch 4. And there's no beta patch out yet for patch 5. But I'm still looking forward to it. Because I really want Creative Assembly to fix this game so that it can be as good as it has the potential to be. There's a lot of good stuff in that game. Just need to optimize, fix the AI, balance the unit towards something more realistic, and this game will be epic. I guess with that formation I should be able to put a good fight. Or perhaps we're facing now a case of AI camping here forever. Yeah, I think we're actually facing that. So I guess I will ask you advice here. Should I go and get them? Or should I just wait out the time? So you have about probably we're at like 2 time speed here. It's not written, but shall I attack or shall I wait? Tell me, because I don't really know. What faction will I be playing after the Roman? I don't know yet. This will likely be something that you guys choose, so voice your opinion right now. And voice it again when I will ask again. And in the end, I will probably base myself on what you guys are saying. I don't really mind which faction it is. It's clear that Barbarian are playing one way, other faction are playing different ways. The Greek states are a little slower in terms of fighting. Barbarian are a lot about cavalry. Parthia is also about cavalry. Carthaginian is similar to Greek. The mix of Nubian stuff. In terms of campaign-wise experience, I guess Carthage is probably one of the most challenging. Sparta is pretty easy. Athene is kind of easy as well. Macedon, I never tried them, so I don't really know. So it's up to them. Okay, so you want me to rush them. So let's try that. Had to tell me earlier. Going there, going there. You really like news topic, Karum. Yeah, Epirus seem actually an interesting faction because seem to have very good troops. But I'm not even sure if they are available. I think, are they under Macedon or something? Macedonian culture. Just the fact that I moved, they decided to make chaos in their rank. Pressuring. So these are levy spearmen. Won't be much of a problem. I think I will keep some levies in the back case. And I will move. Wait. I am confusing my troops right now. Will I use the mud unlocker? Maybe. Any minor faction that you want to see? Very many of those minor factions actually well developed. We're stuck in a fight now. They're trying to flank me on the side. I have no choice but to go intercept them. Let's kill camels. Not sure how effective my general will be there. Camels seem to largely ignore completely my general unit. They seem to be paying for that as well. That's good. There is skirmisher here as well. That's a general unit. These are the most dangerous of the bunch. They're really just ignoring my troops. Like, coming through, no problem. Oh, you mean there's enemies? I had not noticed. Yeah. Yeah, I'll check that faction. See what kind of situation they start in. But so far I haven't managed to make the unlocked faction mod work because I did some stuff which messed up the one aspect of the installation of the game. Or the mod, I should say. might actually win this.
At your service. Double time.
And shocking.
Roma.
Especially those guys really did not live up to my expectation. They just routed. Oh, that was easy. So, heroic victory, executing people. I will finish them off with the other army here. We'll resolve that rebellion in that region. Now it's time to take position around the Seleucid towns so that we can make a war which will end very quickly against them.
Moving out.
I forgot to fix my slum issue all the way here. Fix that. Build some stuff here. Some port here. I'll build a temple or something of the sort. Will increase. I will make a gladiator stuff, which will make people happy. What type of computer am I playing on? I'm playing on a Lenovo S30, which is not really a gaming computer, but I had a good deal on it. Why I went with that. And my version of the computer is discontinued, so normally you won't find my specific computer anymore.
At your command.
But it's pretty much a good computer. Very satisfying so far. And my graphic card is an ATI 7950. Also pretty satisfying. I guess here I will put myself in position to attack that faction here. And we have plenty more of a legion which will come in reinforcements once I'm done with Germania.
Ready for orders.
And here it seems that that rebellion army will not be dealt with by my ally. And they're not strong enough to attack that town, so I guess that my ally won't lose. How about here? Yeah, I guess there's not much to do other than moving my legions around now. Oh yeah, get rid of these.
Destroy them.
I did play a campaign with Egypt. It was kind of nice. It's a good diversified faction.
Advance.
But I find that well, the phalanx are kind of cool. I really like phalanx.
Hourly patrol.
It's just that everything is so fast around you in this game that
Commander.
you end up a little overwhelmed by the enemy mobility. Which is fine and logical, but
Let them cower
your phalanx
before
end up
Rome.
engaging the enemy so late that kind of weird.
At your
You end
command.
up not necessarily wanting to have phalanx in your army.
Laying
As
siege
for
to the
Pontus, I haven't
settlements.
tried him. That might be a possibility. I could be a little curious about how it will go with them because they are a kind of mix of culture, which is interesting. But you just have to tell me a couple of arguments for each faction. This will help me choose the next campaign. Okay, here, all under control. A couple of rebel here. We'll have to get rid of them.
To victory.
Here I will upgrade my buildings to increase happiness. And spread my culture as well. Here. Increase the building, well, the town center. This way it will give me better garrison. And here, let's convert the population. I'm really under the impression that I'm doing the same thing all the time. But that's because I really am. I haven't found any other way to secure the place quickly other than building those temples to convert everybody.
Ready for battle.
Here I might as well start a war against my ally and just get rid of them, but they might have a couple of armies in my territory which I'm not necessarily aware of. So I'm not sure I want to do that. And the thing is that those armies can end up attacking anywhere. Never know. Develop technological research. And let's finish the wars in that region around here. I have a couple of generals that ranked up, but that doesn't really matter much. Not really at war. Yeah, I'd like to see Rome AI survive as well. One time I decided to literally protect them, but they never developed that much technology and their army was pretty terrible. So, so far each time in many of my campaign which I tried, Rome was just destroyed in the most depressing ways. It's one time they actually managed to conquer Carthage, which was really surprising, but in the end they still did not really defend their homeland. So it was a kind of disappointment. Let's say that they never really fought to the level of which you would expect them to fight. And I remember in Rome 1, Rome will be a faction that to be feared, because they will be so powerful. But in this, they're really weak. A little more and you're supposed to tell them what Marius' reform is about. Like, come on, make legionnaires, please.
We hunger for battle.
But then at the same time, you end up with fighting units which are overpowered, so not necessarily stimulating either. I just wish they improved the AI in the future. I know that I repeat myself there, but a better AI will be much better. And I think a good AI for this game doesn't necessarily making anything particularly, you know, amazing move there. It's more like just make them keep formation. If you make an army keep its formation, you force the player to attack them, and that can be much more tricky than having to fight an army which is all spread out, chaotic, and not necessarily interesting fight. So just make them keep formation. Other than that, you don't need that much of a smart AI. Define a couple of formation and you will have a better result than what you have now. What I believe. And you know, there's many examples of good formation, so it's not that hard to figure out. Okay, so I'm sieging that place. I don't have much infantry. Or actually, I only have 4 units of infantry, which will do all the job, I think. So that might be an interesting fight. I think I will go attack from that side, which seems to be the most linear one and the one with the least tower around the place. So I will climb the walls with my Praetorian. And hopefully it will go well. I do have a lot of camel archer, which will be a good thing. because it will allow me to suppress the enemy, hopefully, or distract the enemy tower. And let's get on with it. Let's hope they won't burn my ladders. So I will now move my camel forward. And there we go.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Oh, what was that? So essentially you can see how one catapult nearly destroyed completely a group of Praetorian. Reassuring. I should probably take some space. This is a little scary for my legions.
We are at your command. Quickly now.
I'm not even sure that my cavalry is shooting anything. Yes, they are. Okay, perfect. Well, let's hope that all those catapult fire won't affect much my troops capacity. But can you believe that I still don't have any catapult into my empire? But the enemies have ballista and everything. Scorpion. Yeah, this is a media empire. Well, my camels seem to be doing a good work. They're killing. Or not as much here. Not sure what they're doing. At least that side will be very easy to capture. It's just that the enemy tower are shooting flaming arrows, which are burning my ladders. Should not be permitted. And the thing is that, as you can see here, a lot of my warriors are dying from those towers. But I kinda expected that, because that's the whole point of those cavalry. It's to receive the catapult fire and everything instead of my Praetorian. I want to preserve those Praetorian, since they are my only hope to capture that place. Well, the thing about the AI is that up to a certain point, sadly, I'm forced to say that yeah, it's okay that it's kind of broken, because it's kind of hard to program an AI for such a complex game. But it's still disappointing, because it's so bad in some cases that it's really depressing. Like, why are they doing that? And the only way to fix that nearly is to play a lengthy adversarial multiplayer game on the campaign, but in the state where the game was released, ending the turn took 5 minutes. Oh, that did not help at all. That was I think that was a very sad release, sadly. Okay, what the hell is going on here? Half of my legionnaires won't go up. They were stuck up there. Let's see how well the Praetorian fight against spearmen. Or pikemen, I should say. These are like the best Praetorian. So they are like the ultimate OP units of the Romans normally. Time to see if that's true. They're shooting catapult fire on their own wall. That's nice. Ouch. Hurt my troops. There seems to be a catapult hole all over the base here. Look at that. Ooh, ouch. I think somebody has to do something about those catapults before it goes, before it gets worse. Like the ultimate weapon. What's going in here? Praetorian against phalanx. Ah, come on, I'm getting slowed down by a bunch of peasants. Just ignore those peasants, you're Praetorian. Go. Don't have all day long. I don't see much fighting. Most of them are just static. Hey, come on, kill them faster.
Ready for orders.
Tag those damn catapult. They're dangerous.
Hold Romans all.
Well, in the end, I'm fighting all this so that the rest of my army can enter the fort. But I think there won't be any enemy left at this rate.
Romans ready for duty. Melee infantry ready. Ready and waiting. Double time! Sons of Mars!
Okay, well, the catapult has been disposed of, which is the good news of the day.
Praetorian Guard!
Well, here my Praetorian are capturing the place. And the crew of the catapult is running somewhere.
Look to the standard bearer! Hold Romans all!
Okay.
Your orders!
Well, that's a good vengeance. Those catapult were probably the strongest enemies there was in that fort.
Praetorian Guard!
Now the gates are mine. Now we'll just capture the center here. I don't think I'll do anything else.
We can take these cars with us. We're done for.
Care of those guys.
Jupiter gives us strength! Melee infantry at your command! Praetorian Guard!
Deploy my Praetorian to cover the center. I will bring my other group of Praetorian in. I will also bring in about my auxiliary Arabian cavalry. Seem to be fitting for the context.
Your orders.
The light cavalry. They seem very happy to ride into the town. Are really happy. So what I'll do is I will chase down the remaining enemies around the place, and which seem to be a couple of spearmen over here, but mostly cavalry over here, which is a general unit. I guess I will bring my Praetorian cavalry as well in there. And the enemy army doesn't seem to be fighting me much. That's like cavalry against heavy cavalry. Of course, they have towers to help them out. I don't think my Arabian cavalry likes that. Hello, Czech.
We await your orders.
Yeah, I don't know if loose formation is any good against elephant. But so far, when I met elephant, most of the time I ended up simply killing them with javeliners without much risk. Well, there's a lot of skirmisher here. Might as well get rid of that. And same here. Oh, victory. There we go. So I guess this is the end of the Media Empire. Hello, Robert. Welcome back, Dragon. So hopefully this is the end of that faction. No, there is still an army. Survived. It's not a bad army on top of that, but they're suffering from attrition, which means that they no longer have any town, which means that they will attack me, hopefully, or attack another enemy. And if they capture the town from the other enemy, then I guess I will have to attack, or attack again. Seleucid Empire took that town now. So they really are the main power remaining. Look at that. This is my main enemy now. I will have to defeat him very quickly. Oh, you did not much. You did not really miss much, Dragon. We did a few siege, few fight here and there, but mostly I'm about to conquer Germany very soon. Those guys.
Ready for battle.
Just an army, local army, which I'm not at war with yet. I will go there. Germania is pretty much into the end of my ally. Czech came here to help. In exchange, I took back Britannia. And what else did go on? Mostly about securing the different part of my empire and increasing the public order. Converting people to my culture as well. And getting into position to invade the Seleucid Empire. And here I will pick the last town of that faction, hopefully. I hope they do not have any more town than that. Oh, look at that. The amount of troops that I will be losing if I don't do this personally. And when you look at it, like normally here, the best case, I only have 33% of my troops which will survive. So let's do this personally and see the result. The Seleucid Empire will be dealt with very soon. I think it's just about getting my legion out of Germany and sending them all the way down to Seleucid Empire, and then we'll be able to invade that empire and destroy it very quickly. At least that's what I'm expecting. They might end up destroying me, but that's very unlikely. Never saw that happen before.
Missile infantry. Brave Romans to a man.
So here, pretty standard town to attack. They all look the same.
Legionary cavalry.
It's all about sending skirmisher in the center here to kill the enemies, and then the legion do the rest. On the other hand, there's a lot of ships around, so that might bring some skirmisher around the place. We'll move my camel archer closer so that they can support my troops here. I will move my cavalry on the side here so they can perhaps intercept a few skirmisher which will land from those ships. Let's verify that it is indeed a skirmisher in there. Yeah, these are javeliners, so nothing particularly harmful. And yeah, this is all about my Roman legionnaire, which will cut through whatever is in front of them from many angles. I will send 3 cohort over here. I will send 4 cohort over here. I will send 2 cohort over here. Somebody's recommended me to bring my general closer to support my troops. I will do so. And now let's just see if my auxiliary are actually in range. Seem very near the range necessary, but they're not close enough. So let's order those guys closer here, my velites. Now, oh, there's a couple of Tureos spear. And a bunch of people all wearing white. Unusual color there. On that side, my legionnaire will simply fight whatever shows up here. Usually I put some infantry or something there. And now they are attacking me actually. That's a very bad idea on their part. Seems that they just don't have the manpower to cover all angles. Oh, but they're rushing in their sea units. Oh, I won't bother to attack that with cavalry. Maybe not yet. I'll wait for more of them to land. While here I will continue pushing on the left side. One of my legion will simply block the access to the center, while with my other one I will go capture the town center here. This legion will fight to block whatever comes in from over here. I don't think there will be much opposition in the center. And now is the time to charge with the cavalry. I will try to get rid of that general unit. That seemed to have been an effective charge so far. And on top of that, they're just ignoring my troops. While here, I will attack that army in the back. On top of that, my skirmishers seem to be suppressing a lot those troops. Turning in our favor implied that it wasn't in our favor, which is something I don't really understand how we came to that conclusion. Okay, well here my cavalry is just chasing down those guys which are completely ignoring them. Go figure. There must be some weird strategy going on. Well here my cohorts are just chasing down whatever is around them. I'm very surprised that there was no defense here. It's that the main force that was in the center broke off and ran away. So I'll just bring my cavalry in. And there's a lot of skirmisher here, and that's not a big deal for my cavalry. slight peltists are routing. Seems that all the enemy army is routing. There's only one unit over there. They are likely bugged. What kind of unit is that? Like peltists. We'll send my legionnaires to rout it, and normally after that, that should be a victory. What other game do I play? Well, I play Arma3 sometime. I do play... Lately I've been playing Dark Soul to relax myself, which is very weird. Normally that game is not supposed to be relaxing, but it relaxed me, go figure. What else am I playing? I did play Hitman Solution 2 days, and it was over. And I got Assassin's Creed because of Cybertool, which bought it to me. The latest one, I think it's the third one or something. Anyway, the one with the American Revolution, kinda in that at the moment. I'm not really doing much in it, just going through it, not necessarily enjoying it so far. It's kinda easy. So I guess lately I've mostly been playing Dark Souls. It's supposed to be extremely difficult, and it is. What a pain. I might actually end up doing a live stream of that on my Attila Gaming Network channel. I was thinking about that a few days ago, but I haven't done it yet, because I want to focus on my Roman campaign at the moment. How about you? What are you playing? Is there any great game that you recommend me to play, which I might not have discovered yet? Yeah, I'm about to go attack the Seleucid. No worries, we'll get there. It's just that there's no hurry, you know. Just put your armies around the place, and when you're ready, you destroy everything in 1 or 2 turns. For example, what I'll do here is that I will send my armies within the Seleucid Empire territory, and we'll assign them each a specific target, like this. So they will be right next to their target. And the thing is that the AI doesn't really care about you trespassing. Oh, that's a fleet here, actually. Not an army. I thought that was an army. Let's send my fleet just next to hordes and hordes of enemies here. Sound like the logical choice to do. And here, let's land my troops over there. So you will be happy to see my armies move into the Seleucid Empire territory. It's just that I'm not really ready to engage yet. I'm still working on stabilizing the different region I just conquered. But I do have a lot of army which are ready and able to conquer the area. Example here, I just need to build some temples to make people happy, and normally that legion is now available to move into Tyros, like that, over there. Also, the war against this faction here seemed to have been completed. I don't believe they are still alive. They still have some armies which are suffering from attrition, so it's not a big deal. I might as well bring them back. Just a question of... No, actually I'm still stuck there because of public order. And let's see, do I have a slump problem somewhere? I do. I do need to fix this. Each time I forget. So next turn I need to stare at that province and fix the slum issue. which will stabilize this place as well. Oh yeah, and I forgot that I probably could have attacked Germania, well, Denmark last turn. Hopefully, we'll do it very soon. And that will complete my conquest of the Germanic territory. Any other requests or questions about what are my very deep plan? Because there's not much territory to conquer anymore. Now let's just see that. For example, I need 140 province to win this, and I have 116 province. I only need to conquer Armenia to qualify, essentially. So we're really close to the victory.
Commander.
Let's attack this province here. Simple Germanic tribe, nothing particularly dangerous. No, I haven't really checked for texture mods for Dark Souls yet. Anything to recommend? Is there that many mods for that game? I got that fairly recently. I'm very bad at it, to be honest. But it's an interesting game. So let's... The thing is that it just requires some getting used to. The Kerbal Space Program is a very enjoyable game. I don't have the full version, because I only played it when it was a demo a long time ago. But many of my friends are playing it and enjoying it quite a bit. I just never really got into it that much. But I appreciate the humor of it. Like having the astronaut making faces during a very dangerous takeoff or landing. And there's no limit to human creativity when it comes to have weird spaceships.
At your command.
Okay, am I missing something here? What do I need to do? Oh, there's random pike here. Not reassuring. There was an army there, but the pike did not disappear. Let's stabilize this region. This region is also to be stabilized. We'll build temples. I will finish off that media army, which is still surviving after all this. There we go, taking care of these. What I'm a little sad about in the current context here is that nearly every army I'm facing are suffering from attrition. And DI seem to be completely unable to sustain their armies at the moment. That's kind of sad, because it leads me to have only battles which are not particularly exciting. And right here you have a big army of one of my enemy, and it's suffering from attrition. It seems rather powerful though. Perhaps I should take care of that. Actually attack that. I cannot attack it. I think I will actually have to move my army all the way back here and wait for them to move and attack me. Am I going to do another campaign after this? That's possible. I will likely make it on either my Day Tier Game channel or my Attila Gaming Network channel, depending a few things. We'll see about it. So make sure that you are subscribed to those channels as well as to Attila16, because there's some stuff which will go on those channels after this campaign. Because, you know, making videos is quite a bit of work, and I have like 4 different channels. So it's kind of hard to make videos for all channels at the same time. So after this campaign here, I will go back to those other channels and start making videos there again. And each of those channels have different advantage. So, will be interesting over there, but I don't think I'll make another campaign on Attila16. So I have to live with that reality. We'll go elsewhere. I might also start interesting myself to the multiplayer, but I'm not sure if it's balanced at all so far. Anybody has a lot of experience with multiplayer here? Can advise me on what to do in there? What's the secret of multiplayer yet? Because I really haven't experimented much with that. And I never really was attracted much by the multiplayer of Total War because most of it is largely lacking context. The campaign is creating a context for each battle, but multiplayer, you have the army of your choice, the best army ever, and then you defeat your enemy with it. And it's kind of lame because no commander ever have the best army ever. So in reality, so it's lacking context. Slave uprising crushed. Oh, there was a slave uprising in my allied territory.
Commander.
And I just crushed it. And I have no slave in my empire, so that's a kind of a weird situation there. Well, let's see what kind of situation I'm in right now. So, Seleucid Empire is right at the middle of my empire, nearly. My next enemy. They do have an insane amount of towns. I have no idea where their army are. But I'm moving into position to declare war on them. Which will give us hopefully some excitement, or not at all. That might end up just being, you know, disappointing. Because they don't have any army. Or maybe they have huge armies. We'll see. Anybody fought the Seleucid Empire here? Tell me what are their weakness. I don't remember fighting them that much. Each time they get destroyed. Now my armies are getting into position. I even have a fleet here. But we'll have to defeat those 4 fleets. Will be quite a challenge.
Ready for orders.
My fleet is ready and able. I'm sure they don't. So let's see, what can I do now with my legions, which are all spread out. Here I'm in position to start a war with those guys, which only have 4 province. I skipped on that town because that empire is expanding or extending much further. And now everybody wants me to destroy Seleucid Empire. Being the focus of nearly all the comments since the beginning.
At your command.
Okay, I will go there.
On the move.
Better be good. Better be the ultimate battle ever. Okay, let's fix those general rank up. I wish I could simply put automatic update to my generals. Like, do this, do that. Would have been much easier than telling me each turn that, oh well, you have a general which ranked up.
At your command.
Especially when you have multiple armies. And that your general keep dying all the time.
We hunger for battle.
Army rank up, I'm a little more satisfied with that, but general rank up, rather. Yeah, all I need is Armenia at the moment. I'm ending the turn now. I need Armenia and a couple more territory because I need 140 province. What is this? Oh, Germanic tribe avenging itself, so I will have to defend that place. I do not have a wall. Will make it a little more painful. Will I continue to play after reaching victory condition? Good question there. Will you guys like that? Is there any faction which is worth fighting that will remain alive? It's a big question. Because if the old map is filled with army that have attrition, it's not necessarily particularly stimulating. Okay, so I will deploy my troops here. No, actually everybody will come from that side, I think. I will deploy my rearming side here. My pleb over here. Ability is here. As well as here. Case. And my general will be behind my line of legionnaires.
Romans ready for duty.
About the shield wall here.
Raise shields. Those ranks. Raise shields.
Go. I think I will not even bother to make a sea battle. I just want them all to land over there. So I will land my ship right away. And they will provide me some skirmisher. Okay, you mean DS Fix mod. Yeah, I did install that for Dark Souls. I thought you were referring to other mods. Yeah, I really wonder what kind of war we'll have at Derp Merp. But it's clear that we'll end up at war with the Seleucid Empire in this episode. So I don't know if I'll conquer it all, but it's very likely that I will. But for the moment we're still dealing with those Germans, which are trying to retake territory that I took from them. They're really trying in vain. Nah, it's not worth ramming with the generals at all. Sure, these are just garrison, but still, it's not necessarily worth it to waste them. And also, there's no telling how powerful these Germans can be at land. So I need to play safe nonetheless because they are really numerous. But it's clear that with 3 legionnaires like that, I probably will be able to defeat all those Germans. Yeah, Roman victory, please. Now, of course, they might actually attack me from that side as well. I think I will actually move my pleb over there, just in case to slow down the enemy. They really land very far from me. What are these? German scout rider. Okay, these are cavalry. Germanic youth. All that stuff. Scout rider. Okay, so they're just landing cavalry really far. And here are these. Bloodsworn. Well, these might be a little more dangerous if they ever land. Right now they just seem to be floating. That guy is having a conversation about sharks. Club Levy. Well, club. That even beat The armor, and whether he's knight, hunter. Oh, never saw them before. They look so dark. Yeah. Ready. Did you had any civil war in your other campaign in Rome 2? Yeah, actually, I played with the Greek. I had a civil war there. I played with the Averni. I had a civil war there. I played with the Egyptian. I had a civil war. And I defeated them all pretty quickly. I think the Roman at Legendary are the only one which are painful because their legion is so boosted. Oh, it seems that they decided to come from there instead of here. We'll move my general unit over there instead. Or perhaps not, I will move a legion instead. Move over here and destroy all this, please.
Sons of Mars! At the double! Legionary cohort!
My Rorari seem rather confident. Those guys really don't like chariot. Or fence. No, it's all about holding that front, it seems. They did not really come from here. Oh, there's a few here. Which came from here. Okay. I guess I don't need that many troops on that side then. So I will simply send my general on the other side as well. And I might as well also send my velites to support the front line. Right here. Quick reload ability is no longer there because I put a mod that remove all that kind of stuff from the units. So I do not have that option in that campaign anymore. Because I find that most of the boosting element of the game with units is just not realistic. Like you have Javeliner, you have a quick reload option for them. What does that mean in reality? It does mean that the skirmisher will naturally shoot slowly in battle. Does that mean that, oh look, I'm putting my arm on you know, boost. I will move my arm faster now. That's awesome. Nah, that's not realistic. So I don't really like that. That's why I put a mod which remove that kind of ability from many units. And there's only the believable or very specific ability which are added to the units. Like formation, for example. Who are these guys? Noble, Rider. Okay, that's Cavalry. That Legionnaire forget about formation. Seems to be going well here. Kind of funny how my Legionnaire are pointing their shield toward here. I wonder why. There might be a reason. Oh yeah, the reason why I'm going below the map like that is because I use a debug camera. Which is for development purpose, but it leads me to have the capacity to go right into the fight. And much better if you ask me. That seemed to be it for those guys. Push forward and defeat those group over here. Oh, I actually killed quite a few enemies here. I'm actually surprised by the amount. Well, up here, that seemed pretty even. him a proper fight. When the spearmen are engaged in battle, I cannot put them into square formation. So, from some testing, I'm not sure that the square formation is that good against infantry. It's mostly good against cavalry. So. Well, these guys actually win. Okay, we're getting some animation lag. Because of those guys here, Night Hunter. It's really annoying when you get that kind of flag, which is likely created by ships or something.
Ready for orders. For glory.
Might be the Night Hunter though. Don't know. Just look at that. Camera is not lagging at all, but the animation do lag. And that is very ugly. Yeah, you're right, Callum. Building battering ram, I'm not sure. Usually I only stick with ladders, it's faster. And also I don't really have that many high technology in terms of siege equipment at the moment. Still pretty basic. I decided to invest into quality troops as opposed to siege equipment. Those Knight Riders seem rather powerful. That lag is so annoying. And it's not justified. This is an artificial lag. It's the game which is lagging, not the computer or anything. Really the game which is creating an artificial lag for no reason. That's why I don't really like Garrison fight or fight including navies, and I usually auto-resolve those. It's just that in this case, normally it should have been an auto-resolve that led to defeat, so that's why I had no choice but to do this fight. But in many cases you end up having with this weird lag, which makes no sense. And this is an issue which has been in Total War since many Total War. It does happen in each Total War. Even in Rome 1 you had that kind of issue, I think. I don't really understand why this wasn't addressed earlier. So the only thing I can do is try to route them faster. But those Night Hunters seem really powerful. I'm not sure I'll be able to do that.
General.
There's another army here. Not so much an army as some skirmisher bowmen. But those legionnaires fought well. As you can see. Fix the animation, please. Yes, here I will simply move around and try to engage them in the back. That might speed things up since my Rorari are doing that, but they don't seem efficient enough to rout them so far. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes YouTube seem to be, I don't know, lagging or something. When that happened, maybe try to play with the resolution of the video and perhaps that fix it. That seemed to have fixed it for a few people, so there might be something there.
Hold Romans all! Advance!
My pleb here are getting routed by those Night Hunter. But they were just there to keep those Night Hunter busy.
Ordnance! Melee infantry! SEM!
Yeah, it might have to do with the lag, but I don't think it's the case. That seems very unlikely.
Sons of Mars! Mandata Tua!
I think it's more YouTube making a problem than anything else.
Understood! Melee troops!
Well, those Legionnaires took quite a beating.
In service to Rome!
Yeah, I don't know why there's longbow in there.
Cohors Parati! Flankmen! Look sharp!
My pleb has been routed. Devastated. Oh, this lag is terrible. Speed things up. Mess up the sound, but whatever. Yeah, I think they really need to fix many more issues. I know that they fixed probably over 300 issues so far, which is a very nice thing, but they still need to fix a couple more. This lag, that's not acceptable. Totally. And that doesn't belong in this game at all. Especially since that exists since a long time. And it's certainly not my computer which is creating that. Really the game. Are they routing yet so that I can win and be done with this damn battle? And the problem is likely those guys here. They're stuck in the ships and they're creating this lag. And it's certainly not my computer which is creating that. Really the game. Oh, this is slower nearly. I really wish Total War game would be smooth, you know, like most other game. When you look at War Game European Escalation and War Game Airland Battle, it was really smooth, and you have an enormous amount of troops as well. So, you know, just take measure to make it. This is single player. It should not lag like this. Ridiculous. Putting my skirmisher like that is horrible.
Melee troops awaiting orders! General! Ordnance! Melee infantry!
Hopefully my skirmisher will deal with those guys as quickly as possible, so that it might reduce a little the lag, but I don't think it's those guys particularly. But I suppose that we can appreciate the javelin killing everybody fairly quickly, in a frame-by-frame manner. They are not routing yet. Ah, there we go. Okay, well, that's done for that. Now let's go burn those ships over there. Ah, good victory. Ah, wow. Finally. That's why I don't like the mix naval stuff with land stuff. It's a cool idea, but as you can see, the consequences are sometimes very annoying. And why did my ally don't come to help me? They are really near. Sadly, I haven't torrented anything even legal for ages, so that's not that. It's really the game which is lagging. So and it's not the feed either, on a different computer. So.
Commander.
Okay, well, let's start the war right now. Wait until I have more legion in position.
Ready for orders. On the move. You have further orders.
I'm sure the Seleucid really appreciate my legion being on their territory like that. No problem. Everything is normal.
For death and honor.
Let's finish off that faction. Go.
Advance.
Fully, that was the last of them.
Ready for.
Apparently it wasn't. There might be more around that I'll have to deal with later on.
Ready for orders. Faster, curse you all.
About here, people are happy, which is a good news. I can move my legion out of there. Here they seem a little less happy, but happy enough. I can move my legion toward the Seleucid Empire again.
At your command.
And here I'll do the same. Wait, I just need to ensure that people are happy as well.
Ready for battle.
They're not super happy, but they are neutral, which is good enough.
On the move.
So I will move towards Seleucid Empire here as well. So we're getting there. People which are expecting a war with Seleucid Empire since forever. I'm just waiting for the right moment to start this war. And here I might actually start another war. And I will capture those towns here because that faction is fairly small. They're really inflicting an insane amount of damage in auto battle.
Waiting for more orders. Ready for orders.
Capturing those towns.
For Rome.
Seem to be a kind of a mix of barbarian, barbarian, Hellenic culture and cavalry people. Must be quite a pain to fight when they have a proper army. Here I'm destroying everything. Will provide me money, which I don't need. Or do I actually? No, I don't really need it. Bring everything to bring the public order back. Well, the multiplayer doesn't necessarily lag like this, but I haven't experimented it enough to see anything like that. But I think this is really a case of fleet being a problem on the campaign.
March.
on the battle.
Ready for further orders.
Enemy army here. I will have to deal with them. There's a big army here. Will likely come to react to my invasion over here. That will be probably a challenge because that faction seemed to have a good diversity of troops. And my armies all the way there are not necessarily as well conceived or not necessarily fit for that kind of fight. I mostly rely on cohort, and these guys are probably much more oriented toward the bowmen and cavalry. That will be an interesting fight here. If I actually lose a legion, that might be a good thing because then I can rebuild it for better purpose. Well, let's say a better balance for the region in terms of troop composition. Okay, so we're having a real battle here. Let's do that. Oh, wow. Against two armies. And this is actually that will be very interesting because this is an auxiliary army that I have, which are helping some Praetorian. There's two enemy armies, and I have mostly auxiliary in my army, so that will be a very interesting battle to fight. I think I will have to rely on the terrain to win this. So what I'll do is I will deploy my camel archer on the side here. My Arabian cavalry over here. We'll deploy my Praetorian over here. My goal will be to go between those towns. That's kind of border camping, but you know, there's two towns, so normally, you know, it's really border camping. As far as I'm concerned. So I will advance there. I will move on the side here. My camel archer will be on the back here. And I will keep my cavalry in the back here, but it's mostly to make them able to sneak around and attack the enemy in the back. So I'm just moving in this area for a short time. But my goal here is to make my infantry absorb most of the enemy attack. And after that will be done, I will try to flank them around. So here I have actually a lot of spearmen. Will be a good bumper. And behind I will keep Praetorians. The enemy armies seem to have a lot of cavalry. Oh, and they seem to want to actually regroup with the other army. So I might actually have to take action with my own cavalry here in order to potentially make them much weaker. Seems that will be a much more strange battle than expected. So let's see what kind of composition of army we have here. Seem rather weak, all things considered. I have a couple of Levy pikemen, which could be a pain. That could be a good position to be attacking them, but I'm mostly... Yeah, I don't think I can attack them. My infantry is too slow. What about my general here? Well, the big question now is, will my infantry reach the position in time to stop those enemy skirmisher? Well, here I should not neglect my cavalry here. are being chased right now.
At your service.
So my goal now is to get rid of those skirmisher in the back.
Cavalry!
Melee cavalry. Praetorian cavalry.
So in here we're having some fight.
Archers!
I will
Orders!
put my troops here.
Legatus.
Arabians!
Well, it seems that we're having a much more chaotic battle than expected.
Camel archers!
We await your
So I will have to fight all over the place now.
Praetorian cavalry.
My goal now is to first of all get rid of the enemy skirmishers, and then I will re-engage my cavalry
We await your
all the way there. We'll attack the enemy in the back, hopefully if my troop can survive.
Praetorian guard.
Ready!
Out here, these median cavalry are pretty dangerous. They have a lot of armor. Fortunately here my troops seem to be winning the fight. And here my cavalry will be charging different enemies here.
Arabian spearmen!
I have Arabian spearmen fighting around here. What are they doing there? That is an unexpected position to be fighting in.
Twitter gives us strength.
Well, here my Praetorian are fighting those cavalry.
Ready and waiting.
They're Praetorian cavalry as well. They are defeating whatever is facing them.
Jaguar glory. Your orders. Engage.
What is going on here?
For glory. Praetorian cavalry.
They have a lot of Praetorian cavalry fighting here. That's not what they're supposed to do.
Melee infantry ready.
Awaiting orders!
Well, my Praetorian infantry is apparently fighting pretty well here. Here as well, they're killing those cavalry here, and I will make them face those, what are these, Thorax swordsmen. Have some cavalry isolated all the way there, putting them out.
Ready.
Let's reinforce my skirmisher here against those heavy cavalry. My general is a little exposed here. I will pull him back since he's mobile. In this area I'm neglecting a little my Praetorians. But normally against Thorax swordsmen they should have no problem. There's a couple of spearmen coming in reinforcements in this area. My Praetorian cavalry here seem to have some trouble winning this fight. But no, actually they were just too bunched up. I want to make them sneak around.
Swift riders at your command.
Well, here I will charge those skirmisher cavalry. And with my cavalries which are now available here, I will come and support my Praetorian again. Because they're fighting some really strong troops here. Being charged at the back like that won't help the enemy at all. My Praetorian did not have much trouble disposing of those Thorax swordsmen. And here I'll be routing whatever shows up around here. I will continue pushing toward the main body of the enemy. While my Praetorian here are really putting up quite a fight. And they're fighting good troops. I will have lost quite a few of them. Well, here I still have 3 of those units of Praetorian were idle for a short moment.
By your command.
All my auxiliaries seem to have died, but the Praetorian, no problem.
Camel archers! Archers!
I seem to have lost even my general.
Praetorian guard.
I don't think the Praetorian will mind much. Actually, the enemies seem to be routing now. And that's a victory. I did lose a lot of troops though. Oh no, actually the spearmen did survive. It's just that they routed. While the Praetorian guards just kept fighting. Like it was nothing. Look at this. One unit of Praetorian guards killed 446. That just tell you how powerful they are. And the rest of the army was largely just a distraction.
What I ask is such a
Okay, what's that? Non-aggression pact. Yeah, okay. Why not? Anyway, I have too much gold, which I don't know what to do with. Replacing my dead generals. Well, it seems that that army in the end did not really suffer that much. Look at that. What did I lose? I did not lose a single unit. Sure, the general died, but other than that, the army is victorious.
At your command.
Here, I'll move this army up north.
Your next command.
Because that region is now happy.
Yes.
And I guess maybe next turn I'll be ready to start a war. I'm already at war here.
We hunger for battle.
Need to build some stuff. Temples. Aqueduct. More temples. Aqueduct, actually one forum for economic purpose. And buildings here. Oh, I still haven't resolved that slum issue here. I keep having slums and each time I forget about that region. You guys did not remind me of it. Sad. Okay, and here that.
For battle.
Yeah, I do need to develop that region a little. There we go. Yeah, the legion here ranked up. I don't know from what. Increase their mobility. And guess what? The general died or something? Sure. Okay, and then what else can I do now? I still have to bring that army to the front, or future front.
March.
So they are forced marching toward the Seleucid Empire.
Ready for
And lowering my guard on the east, but it's very unlikely that anybody will declare war on me.
We hunger for battle.
Well, here it's all about resupplying my troops here. I'm very surprised that I did not lose any full, well, complete units.
Ready for orders.
We'll end this turn, and if nothing's happened, normally we should be at war with the Seleucids. Latin and Harry Potter. Yeah, that's a good one.
Commander. Advance. Gathering supplies.
Crossing the desert. Finish off those armies here. So that they never come back again. That's the army I just defeated. Actually, one of the two army. They seem to have had some very strong army at some point, those factions.
We hunger for battle.
I will have to finish their dream now. Oh, there's a ghost even.
At once.
Okay, that resolved this. They don't seem. They seem still alive. The surprising part.
Commander. On the move. Finding shelter.
I'm now entering Seleucid Empire territory.
On the move. Ready for further orders.
Okay. Starting to be in good position now.
We hunger for battle.
Oh,
At your
very good
command.
position here. How about we start that war? Yeah, let's do it. Declaring war. We'll declare war against Persia as well. I think I will first of all find an enemy of Seleucid Empire and offer them to join their war against the Seleucid Empire. Which may or may not work actually. No, I think that won't work. I will do it anyway. So, those random guys over there, let's offer them to join the war against Seleucid.
First, though, the necessary burdens of diplomacy.
So they accepted. Now let's see, am I at war with Persia? No, I'm not. Perfect. So now I'm really at war.
At your command.
It's time to conquer everything.
Power before Rome.
Just a garrison. They're that strong. I think I will do it myself. Because I think the Seleucid have a lot of armies and I want to minimize my loss. So I will do it personally. Just want to see a pleb army. That won't happen. But they're fighting me outside the wall. Very nice. Which army will you consider the best between Roman and British soldiers in terms of world dominance? That's kind of a hard question. Because they had two very different realities.
Romans ready for duty.
But I think in terms of management, both were really similar. Ended up holding many countries and usually using the local elite to govern.
Sons of
And in
Mars.
both cases, they did not necessarily impose much to the people that were conquered. So,
Brave Romans to
other than just, you know, serving them a little. So the two empires were really similar in some ways. But as for the soldiers themselves, there's not much difference. I guess the Roman were a little more courageous because for a different reason. I think I will say that because they were fighting the unknown. While the British soldiers were probably much more fighting many nations which were not necessarily equal in technology, and as a result they were probably confident for that reason. They had an edge over everybody else. While the Roman, they were each time fighting enemies which were not necessarily documented. They had no clue about most of the place they were going, so it was much more of an extraordinary thing to create an empire. While the British, they had heard of many things, and that's usually why they ended up conquering many places. So I think the Roman soldiers were something very different from the British soldier in terms of taking risk. And also, the British soldiers used to fight Especially, well, I mean, mostly the era where they had musket and they expanded the most. They used to fight with muskets, so it was a very different kind of reality where the Romans were fighting, you know, with the enemy in their face, essentially, and that meant much more risk. But of course, that depends which era you're talking about.
Legionary cavalry. Quick march.
Well, I'm glad you like my accent. Pretty unique accent. I don't know why I have an accent like that. Because most people which are French Canadian, like I am, which, well, I should say francophone, because I'm not French at all. They have a very different accent from me. So I have a kind of a very unique mix of accent, apparently. Which is kind of nice. I enjoy it. And it's a mix between learning American English and being lazy about learning English. So that gives that kind of result. So I'm glad that you appreciate it. I can order my troops to all attack the enemy at once using the grouping option. But what I don't like about the grouping option is that sometimes the AI end up choosing some approach to the battle that I really don't like, and it becomes a little random. That's why I have a tendency to choose by myself what kind of attack I want. But I guess I could be much more lazy and let the AI choose. Just that I'm so used to play Total War a certain way that I don't really trust the judgment of the AI in terms of choosing formation or that kind of stuff. So, Levy Pikemen. Attacked from all sides, they did not last long. So victory, that was pretty quick, and I hope I did not lose much. No, I did not. I did lose much less than I would have if I had done an auto battle. Yeah, the thing is that many people are really puzzled about my accent because it really doesn't sound like anything most people are used to. This is a francophone accent from North America, and even in French we have a different accent, so...
Ready for orders. Besieging settlement.
This is probably why, and there's also very few people which are well known that comes from this region, I suppose. Around the world. So it's not an accent that most people are used to. Ah, look at that. Lost quite a few troops there.
You have further orders? Let them cower before Rome!
Those siege cost me so many troops. Fortunately, I can resupply my refill the ring of my troops very fast. Okay, how about a sea battle? Oh, they're running. Damn it. Come back here. For once, I want a sea battle. That's something which happened only one time every 1,000 years. What are they running for? Oh well, I'm stuck there.
Ready for...
I cannot attack that town, but I can attack this one.
We hung. Forgive me, but I cannot.
There we go. Capturing that town.
At your command.
I did play Empire Total War. Well, I did play most Total War. Actually, all of them. It's just that I no longer make videos of those games because I'm too good at them and there's no more intellectual challenge to it. I will say that Rome 2 is not particularly a big intellectual challenge either, so far. But yeah, I used to be an amazing player. I'm kinda lazy because the game made me dumber. Because they keep making the game easier, so I cannot improve anymore. Keep putting an easy challenge all the time, and so I'm not as good as I used to be, I will say. But if you look at my oldest videos, they are Rome 1 Total War, and I used to be really amazing at the time. And since I got each time a little lazier about achieving great strategy, because each time the game got easier and easier and easier. I think Shogun 2 was perhaps some hope of the game finally becoming a challenge again at Legendary. But the way they made Legendary work, it was so annoying that I ended up not really enjoying the experience at all. It was hard for the wrong reason. I guess we'll have a big battle here. Wow, have you seen the amount of cavalry in this army? Same here, same here. Okay, well I will do the attack here. That will be a big bloodbath. My favorite Total War was either Rome 1 or Medieval 1. Yeah, Medieval 1. And I think Rome 1 was probably the best one because it was very innovative for its time. And because it brought us the 3D element of the game. And also it was a lot of asymmetric warfare, and you were if you were not careful, you could have been destroyed very easily. Even in the campaign at very hard could be a challenge sometime, and it also led me to have many really amazing battle, and also it was great looking for the time. So that's why I think Rome 1 was certainly one of the best Total War. Medieval 1 was also really good, and the reason why it was so good is that it had a lot of units which were fighting an insanely long time, and that led to a lot of strategy. And at the time also the statistics were not as important, or at least not as accessible to look at, and as a result of this there was a lot of experimentation in the kind of army you will face, and that was really amazing. And also the fact that it wasn't in 3D was kind of a plus in some case, because it led to a kind of strategy which was sometimes much more simplistic but much more meaningful, because what you could do was to establish literally a system of block where you will ally yourself with different faction, and those faction will end up forming a kind of a block, and that will fight another block of country or faction. So you will end up having a diplomacy which really did work, and it was probably much more simple than what we have since Rome 2, but it was working. And the diplomacy since Rome 1, I mean, it's just not working. It doesn't exist at all. It's an illusion. It's a few buttons that leads to some behavior, but the diplomacy in the game, it's not really there. It's kind of a shame. But in Medieval 1, the diplomacy did work. It did exist, and it did have an impact, and there was some strategic element to it. While in this, I don't really see any of that at all. And even in Rome 1, the diplomacy was pretty lagging. So I think these games were good for their time. And even by today's standards, some of those games are still good. And I know that many people enjoy Empire, but for some reason I did not enjoy Empire that much because for me the battle mechanic was too simplistic. And when you compare that to some more independent games that cover the same kind of line battle with musket, there's many games which add a lot of gameplay mechanic which was much more evolved than what Empire Total War was offering. So that's why, while Empire Total War was a fine game, it wasn't necessarily up to my expectation. And I will say that a lot of the appreciation of game that you can have is relying a lot on your expectation. If you have no expectation, you will be pleased with many games. But in my case, I did play so many games in my life that I have expectations which are so high that I end up disappointed or not necessarily satisfied with many of the games that comes out because it's so easy. And the thing is that games are fun when they are challenging. It's just that nowadays they try to make them available to a large public, so they dumb them down quite a bit, and that's just not stimulating anymore. I think they are underestimating the capacity of humans to think. It seems that my legion over there is intercepted. I should probably do something about that. I don't think you should quit your job for my live stream. You need to have a job sometime. What you need to find is a way to look at my stream while at the job. So what you should do is convince your boss that watching my live stream will improve your productivity. And I'm sure that you should watch it as well. That's what you need to do. You need to convert your boss to my live stream. That sounds reasonable and achievable. Anyway, you never know. Perhaps your boss is a big fan of Total War. Never know. That might create also some solidarity with your boss. And perhaps he will give you a promotion. Oh, you're a viewer of Attila16. Me too. Let's give you a promotion. That sounds reasonable. That's exactly how it will happen, I'm telling you. That legion is a little isolated, and they should be concerned about it. I will send a legion, well, a cohort, to help them out. Same here. I will send another cohort over there to block the enemy.
The enemy general is dead.
Wasn't he dead already? That will be quite a battle.
Troops awaiting orders.
Okay, well, I don't think there's any more enemies which will come from that side. So now it's all about fighting my way to there, that place here.
Ready for duty.
Suppose I will move around with my legions here.
Ready and waiting. Quick march. Ready. Orders. Advance at speed. Legionary cohorts. Cut them down. Evocati. Mandata tua.
Will bring my velites closer so they can support my advance. And those two cohort here will go to the right side here to attack from the rear.
Victory for Rome. Legionary cohort.
Now there's one thing which I like about Rome too, is that it actually does look good. Very nice. Just wish that such a sight will happen more often, and there will be tactic in it, which is not particularly the case at the moment. More a case of, oh look, I have a horde of cohort, I will rush in. I wonder if there's much negative impact from being all bunched up like that. Because I remember then that in some previous Total War there was some negative impact to being all bunched up. Persian light archer. Okay, Persian light archer versus 6 cohort of legionnaire. Cohort win. Was fair. Oh, there's another fleet coming. What is that? Pikemen, Citizen Cavalry, Hillmen, Pikemen, Light Archer. Nothing important. Well, these are Silver Shield Swordmen. I don't remember ever seeing those. The guy said, why did I leave my nice farm? That's a very good question. I guess I can take this opportunity to kill as many enemies as possible on the beach. So let's move over there and kill them all. Where are they landing?
Quick march. Velites. And the double.
Your internet fell down. What is this? Conspiracy. They want to prevent you from watching my stream. This is unacceptable. We'll send a cohort to them. Well, those cohorts are fighting their way through this formation slowly. So I might as well send one to that other group of mercenary cavalry over here. While my brave Roman will attack where these royal peltas. Oh, that will be dangerous. Royal peltas might be dangerous. I will send velites to support my legionnaires. Well, here there's not much to do. I might as well bring my cavalry here. And Royal Peltists are really good troops. Very similar to Legionnaires. That will be a tough fight. I think everybody's moving too fast in this. Like, what are these Legionnaires doing all the way behind enemies? Silver Shield Pikemen. These are a tough fight as well. Okay, mercenaries are defeated. I don't see the enemy which landed there. Good victory. So that was 2,600 of my troops against 6,000 enemies. I killed 3,470 and I lost 314. That was fair. So I did wipe out an army at least. There's more around.
Ready for orders.
That might lead to some interesting battle later on.
At your command.
Sadly, that legion is immobilized. They are stuck in the town. And they might actually end up being under siege. Which is unfortunate. So I did capture a couple of their town already. I will siege that place. Blockade the place. This way they might actually come out and fight my fleet.
We hunger for battle.
And here... that will be a lot of dismantling. There will be so many building. You can see here. And what about the slums over here? Or where was that? Was here. Well, too bad for the slum. I did conquer that place now. This army here doesn't seem to be continuing to move toward my towns here. So that's good. My armies are still making their way toward the enemy empire. I guess I should end this turn. A lot of my general ranked up. I will
Ready for battle.
increase their rank so that the computer, well, the end turn button won't bother me anymore with this.
Commander.
So far we had one good battle in this campaign against the Seleucid Empire.
At your command.
I think we're fine now. Yeah, I wonder how come we never managed to beat 30 viewers. Is it because YouTube is not sharing with more than 30 viewers at the same time the live stream or something? Normally we should get you should get way more viewer than this. But I guess compensate the small number with quality, right? There's an imminent rebellion coming. I don't really know where, I won't check, I don't really mind, I'm waging a war. Well, that's a huge garrison. but statistically speaking, they're not particularly powerful.
Ready for orders.
That's one more town for me. Already have all the other towns from that region. Now that I have dismantled so many things, I need to rebuild stuff.
Commander.
The Seleucid Empire will be playable as a DLC normally at some point. It will be a free DLC that they will release. To be honest, I don't really know why they did not release it at launch. You can probably unlock it with the playable faction faction mod. So. And I don't think the DLC will add any more troops or any interesting thing that other faction don't already have.
At your command.
Commander.
Okay, so my army here is under siege. And I can improve. What's that? I forgot to look what it was. Probably morale or something. Now let's rebuild the entire place. What is this? I might need to rebuild this stuff. That's probably because the AI never bothered to rebuild after an earthquake. Now let's try to get a fight again. Sadly I cannot. Fleet won't be able to attack the enemy army from here.
At your command.
Well, here I just captured the place. I need to dismantle more stuff here. Bring all this. I suppose that we should do a sortie here. We'll simply attack that army. There's also a fleet which is coming to help them out. Hopefully they won't make the game lag, but we'll try to destroy that army. Oh, look at you, you have pizza. Which pizza should we get? I don't know, which one do you like? One you should go for. I don't really have any preference about pizza, but usually a lot of pepperoni is really good. North American pizza sometimes is good. Of course, if you want an healthy life, you probably should go with a European pizza instead. But it all depends to your personal taste, I suppose. I'm very lucky in this army. I have a lot of cavalry. I'm deploying on the side there, but I don't plan to stay here. I mostly plan to go attack down there. It's just that I want to have the hill in my favor. The corner camper like the AI.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Reinforcements, oh yeah, that's right. They have a fleet of ships over there. Look at that. Could have a fleet of men walking on water. I wouldn't be more impressed. How long does it take to finish the whole game? Well, that depends on different factors, but I did an Athenian campaign at what I think that was hard or very hard. That was very hard, and it took me 2 days, but I was playing full time. So woke up, played that, went to sleep, woke up, played that, 2 days, and I finished the game. But that depends, of course, on multiple factors. So it depends if you do all the battles. I only do the battles which I feel will be good. Sometimes I'm skipping a few, which probably will be good, but because there's just no way the auto battle will lose it, I end up skipping on them. But if you do all battles, then that can take a while. Okay, well, I guess it's now time to charge with my cavalry. Did I nick cataphract? This will be a pain. For skirmisher. My general probably should not be at the front. Sounds like a bad idea. Not sure who my skirmisher are shooting on. But I guess it's time to go support my troops here. My cavalry. Because the enemy cavalry seem really powerful. We'll also attack down there. They seem to have a lot more skirmisher than I expected. We're charging downhill. Legion should instead attack over there. So what are these? These are cataphract. They have a very heavy armor. They're made of metal. How about here? How it's going? How does my... What are these, by the way? Legionnaire cavalry. Oh, that's not the best cavalry ever. My general is being bombarded by missile infantry. It's really annoying how I just, you know, I have plenty of legionnaire here you can kill. No, I'm shooting your general, which is all the way uphill. That I probably doesn't even see. I don't even know that he's there.
Jupiter gives us strength. For glory! Legionary cavalry! Victory for
What I did there was to simply make sure that my troops surround the enemy cataphract. Kill them. But the good news is that on that side, my cavalry managed to defeat the enemy cavalry. And here, with a bunch of, what are these? Mercenary Persian archer that will be much of an issue for my troops. So I guess the main enemy army is now defeated. Now it's just a matter of reforming the rank and doing it again against the enemy fleet down there. How it's going in Hong Kong? Must be like nearly 5 o'clock in the morning over there. So heading to defeat those fleet soldiers down there. I'm not too sure what kind of army is in there. It's very likely mostly peltists. I might as well just send my cavalry and deal with them. Royal peltists, that's a little more dangerous. Greek ballista. Oh yeah. I'm sure when they have the ship, it's really practical to have a ballista on a ship and attacking the enemy on foot. The reasonable thing to do.
melee cavalry. Advance! Legionary cavalry! Cut forward!
I'm very glad that I'm using this debug camera. It's so nice to order people around. Here there's some royal peltists, so I will not stay around. I'm mostly charging those skirmisher and engaging. As you can see, they also have a lot of skirmishers for them at the moment. And they really are killing my cavalry very... Yeah, look at that. Skirmisher are way too powerful in this.
Cavalry ready.
No, it's not that they're too powerful, it's that they are too accurate. It's the part which makes no sense. I think they should increase the range of skirmisher and decrease their accuracy. I think that will be a good change.
Brave Romans to a man.
I think those Greek ballista guys want to fight my army. Completely reasonable. Okay, now look, I ordered my group to attack the enemy, and now they're all dividing the targets. What I don't like about that specific behavior is that usually you end up having multiple units attacking a specific unit, and then you end up having those two units focusing on one unit, and then they become flanked by the enemy and leading to much more loss. So that's why I usually don't order my groups to attack the enemy necessarily.
Commander.
Okay, so what can I do with my troops? That's a big question.
Ready for battle.
I guess I'll mostly recover from the different fight I had. I'm also kind of forced to wait for the consolidation of the buildings that I will have replace, bring the buildings and replacing them. I don't think I can continue the attack at the moment. Well, here I need to convert the population to my culture. Okay, let's see. What else can I do down there? There any region that is available for any tasking? Because the north is rather secure now. I just need to develop a little the conversion of population. But most of the people, no, they're not happy yet, so these legions are not free yet from coming down. Here there's two rebellion in the same province. And my ally is really not appreciated by his comrades. There's another rebellion here, which is slave rebellion. I will ignore that. And if they actually manage to take the town, I will take it back from them, from my ally, which will be very nice for me. We'll end this turn. There's no point doing anything else at the moment. My orders are apparently already given. And anyway, I'm just refilling the ring of my troops at the moment.
Athena gives wisdom, and Ares gives strength. I give you peace, if you will dare it.
The Angry Joe review, I think, is very nice. I think it's a good representation of the state in which the game was sold to us. I think he addressed pretty much most of the issue with the game. He did skip on a few, though, but I cannot blame it. And there's so many. And when you look at the two first patch,
Do not like luxury.
actually the first few patch they released, there was so many issues that they just fixed since that it's kind of crazy. Yeah, sure, I'll join that battle. Against Rebel, I think. I do like Angrijo, he does really good videos. And unlike many reviewers which are just complaining about the game or just, you know, showing their face and trying to be funny, I think Angrijo is doing a good job at making sketch, and it's really a kind of entertainment beyond being simply a review. So that's what I think about Angrijo. Did a good stuff about Rome.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, let's make my way to Antioch.
Let them cower before Rome.
Ready for orders.
And let's get rid of those rebels. Are fleeing anyway. I now need to build plenty of replacement building all over the empire, which is a lot of work for my population.
We
But that make them happy, so they're good.
At your command.
I will attack that town with my legions.
Escape. Laying siege to the settlement.
Oh, I don't know why Yoto battle give the enemy such a insane advantage. Might be because of the ballista or something.
We hunger for battle.
Time to dismantle everything again. I think I'm about to make a script to do that by default when I conquer something. That's the thing with this game. The scale of the objective they are giving you is so great that by the time that you reach it, you have done so many times the same action that it ends up being rather repetitive.
Is that all?
During another town. As you can see, the conquest of the Seleucid Empire is not particularly challenging so far. We had at least one good battle, but their army are largely nowhere to be seen.
Ready for orders.
Which is the sad reality of most empire in this game. You end up with the faction which has a large territory, but they're not defending it at all, and I'm not sure why.
Ready for further
Perhaps they don't have the Imperium aspect developed or something. So they might not have access to more armies like the player or something. There's definitely something wrong with this.
Ready for orders.
Oh, this town is actually happy. That's without me building temples in it. That's rather surprising. I'm in state of shock.
Commander.
Here I will continue my expansion toward Tyrus this time. Go.
Ready for battle.
Garrison and fight are just not worth fighting. Okay. Yeah, I did reach the 3 hours again. Or actually, that's the first time we go above 3 hours. But I think I will have to end it soon, because the maximum on YouTube for live broadcasts like that is actually 4 hours. So probably should start thinking about wrapping it up. But I want to wrap it up on a good battle.
Ready for orders.
So that you guys will be looking forward for the next episode.
Laying siege to the settlement.
Now, right now, what I'm doing is just conquering all the place. There's that will likely create a lot of instability, which might lead to rebellion.
Commander.
But that's not much of a problem, to be honest.
Fleet reporting. Set up a blockade.
What is it? Big battle? I'll just continue blockading the place.
Ready for battle.
And I will end this turn. I don't mind about the general update. Come on. Who cares about that? What is this? That's a battle I cannot win. Oh, I destroyed one trireme. That's good enough. So the Sith Empire seem really puzzled by the situation. Seem to have a lot of fleets over here. No, I don't think I will do another 2-hour version today.
Like the
Wait a second. Did those guy declare war on me? I did not even read. Any message? I don't really care about at the moment. Let's go attack that town over there. Oh, those Garrison are really starting to be big. But they're not really good. Which is why I don't fight the fight.
At your command.
Hear anybody home? I want an army. Put an army against me, please. Where are the armies? Well, the conquest of the Seleucid Empire so far has been very easy, as you can see. The only challenge I have right now is perhaps this place where I'm stuck in a blockade.
Commander.
And other than that, there's not much opposition. Took back that town here.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, it will be interesting to have a Total War game in Asia, because it used to be kind of different. And it's also an history which many of us Westerners don't necessarily know much about, so that could be a good opportunity to learn stuff. Now, of course, the challenge will perhaps be the marketing of it and forcing people to be interested by that history. But it could be an interesting change.
For Rome.
Because we've been in Rome, we've been in the Middle Age, we've been in Japan, we've been where else? An empire around the world. We've seen the Western civilization all over the place. How about China?
Commander.
Because China has quite an history of civil war. And it's also a series of invasion. Would be an interesting game.
Ready for battle.
And now what can I do? Oh yeah, I need to rebuild the entire place. Totally forget about that. Now that I destroyed everything, it's time to rebuild everything the image of Rome. Starting to hallucinate those hammer a little. Now let's see what kind of objective am I on. I need to conquer 8 more settlement. I do have all the other requirement. So
Commander,
yes, perhaps I will attack that place here.
we cannot do that. Is there nothing else?
Well, that place is nearly happy. So we'll make them much more happier.
We hunger for battle.
And that place is also happy, I think.
Ready for orders. You have further
Next
orders?
turn they will be happy.
Ready for battle.
This game campaign is all about keeping people happy. That's the whole point of the thing. It's like, look, I'm killing everybody in your family in a battle, and then I make you happy. That's what this game is truly about. Cannot
Ready for
move those
orders.
guys.
At
Move
your
these
command.
guys. If I can. I will capture
Power before
Tarsus. The game. Yep. See what can I do? Yep. Okay. That's 67% is reasonable loss. Oh, that's my army of Auxilia.
Commander.
How about this army here? I can chase down those rebel.
Wipe them out!
I'm particularly strong. There we go.
For more orders.
Care of that. We'll send that army back into the town to refill their rank faster.
Get
But they don't even
moving,
need to
you
go
wretches!
into fast or forced march. And do I still have any armies which are coming from the far east? Why, this faction here started a war against me, which might lead me to actually have some action over there.
We hunger
I
for
guess I
battle.
will have to perhaps move that army to the
Any
east.
man who drops out is left behind.
There we go, ending the turn. I don't care about skills. Yeah, good night, Dash. That's an auto battle. Cannot win this anyway. I don't even know where that is, but it seems that there are some Seleucid armies around here. I mean, it's great news. Perhaps we'll end up having proper opposition. There's 2 of them. So that's a very good news. Oh, there's more armies over there. So it seems that the Seleucid Empire is starting to react to my invasion. We might get somewhere. Well, welcome Surplus Market. Nice to see you on my stream. Why am I not clearing up the little territories that are inside my empire? It's because they are allies, and I don't really need them to be gone. Then sending legions back there is just not necessarily useful in the short term
What I
or long
ask
term.
is such a little thing.
So that's why I did not bother to destroy these. Also, sometimes having them, having a few allies within your territory can be useful in the context where there might be rebellion in your territory, and then with those rebellion, oh, that's amazing. With those rebellion, the ally might actually take care of them, so that's a good thing. So sometimes having some allies can be useful because they will take care of rebellion.
We hunger for
And now
battle.
it's time to raise an army here. We'll hire some bowmen,
Ready for
and I will move to attack
take this settlement.
that town over here. It's very well defended. And I will actually end the stream here because I've been doing that for how long? Let's see. 3 hours and 33 minutes. So you might understand that I'm starting to need a glass of water as well as a break. I hope you enjoyed this live broadcast, and I hope that you will also keep your eyes open for future ones, and that we'll have many more. Of course, I will likely do more broadcasting, perhaps on my Attila Gaming Network channel or the Your Game channel, depending on a few factors. So make sure that you are subscribed to those channels as well. And I'll see you there. And now, a good rest of the day to you guys. I hope that you'll be enjoying whatever games you want, and as well as other video. For those that just joined in, I guess you'll be able to watch all the previous part of this episode, which is filled with many battles, a lot of building, dismantling, and